I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I know. I know. I'm here. I'm here. Put your aliens in the chat right now. We're about to get started.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am your girl, Candy. Hanging out with Straight from the A. You know, I love you guys. I always visit the site.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. ATLien.
What's up, squad? What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in the room. Come on in the room as I get my water together. You can blame this on Justin Diego, child. Look, my shirt all crooked. Let me get my shirt together. Let me get my clothes together. Hey, y'all. What's up? Come on in. A whole 10 minutes late. I'm sorry, C. Patterson. I couldn't get my wig straight. I couldn't get my wig straight. It was taking me a while to get this wig together, honey. And I had to find me a headband to match because it wasn't, I didn't like it. Child. I was trying to get it together. Hey, y'all, shout out to the squad. Come on in the room. Yes, the blogger is in the building. We are going to talk about all of the things that have been going on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. I know, did y'all watch this? Half y'all didn't even tune in. Y'all got Mistress Angel over there. Over here. Y'all got Mistress Angel over there begging y'all, trying to figure out what's going on. Why y'all didn't tune in? Nobody's talking about it. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to get him a little bit of credit today. Shout out to JB for the Cash App. I appreciate you. I appreciate Morgan. Morgan said Queen Michelle is in the building. Thank you. Listen, if I didn't get your super chats, it's not because I don't love you. It's because when I start this stream, I don't see it. If you send it before I start. But I do appreciate y'all, and I will shout y'all out before I leave. Now, you said you watched it. I watched it today. I'm talking about who watched it yesterday. Was y'all watching the Oscars? Or did y'all watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Or did y'all watch The Walking Dead? Or did y'all watch 90 Day Fiance? What was y'all watching? I don't know. Like I told y'all, I was trying to figure out what were they reuniting for. The season was so lackluster. We don't even know. But Binge-Worthy did a cute little video. Now, y'all, we was hanging over on Binge-Worthy's channel earlier, and that's why I'm late, honey. Blame Binge-Worthy because I got sucked in to the call-ins over there because I was intrigued. I'm like, let me see what they talk about over here. And they was talking about the reunion. But let me get into it. Y'all know it was the season 13 reunion. I don't even know what episode is it. 19, I think. Maybe it's 19. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, look. It was the dungeon thing. We've talked about that. Everybody had on their beautiful black ball gowns. And then you got Mistress Candy, a.k.a. Angel, over there in her latex, honey. Oh, I know she was sweating over there in all that plastic. Ooh, all that plastic. Shout out to Binge-Worthy. You said you watched it on YouTube. Well, it's, as long as you watched it. He said Binge-Worthy was windmilling for Kenya. Y'all better snitch. Y'all better snitch on Binge-Worthy. Okay, so one of the things that I found interesting about the reunion, let me take this off. Y'all know I want to be in the house. One of the things that I liked about, shout out to Celeste Mitchell, thank you so much, that I appreciate about the reunion is that they touched on, the little beef between Kenya and Portia. Now, Portia that came online, she done read the email, she done told y'all about Candy Cruise, all of that. Some of y'all still can't figure out what the deal is because y'all haven't been following the right YouTube channels. And if you've been following straight from the ATLien all summer long, you will know where those text messages resided and what was on them many months ago. However, it appears that whatever this scene was that we ain't seen yet, maybe they'll, air it in episode 2 of the reunion or part 3 of reunion. But, they're still arguing about it. And Kenya's still kind of salty about the Black Lives Matter movement and, until freedom. Now, Portia seems to feel that Kenya has an attitude about Portia just doing something when Kenya did nothing during the pandemic besides eat and get fat. Look, we all ate and got fat. I'm not saying, that was a bad thing. It was great to quarantine because, that kept you away from the virus. However, Portia, threw caution to the wind and decided that, it was worth, protesting about these Black lives being lost at the hands of the police than it was to, worry about, the virus, which, is understandable. However, Kenya did nothing. Kenya didn't do anything. Kenya might have tweeted. She might have posted a picture of George Floyd. She might have did something, but she did nothing. And instead, she decides to talk about Portia and, accuse her of not being genuine in her activism. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And even, when Portia went live, before the reunion and talked about it, and she said, Kenya must not realize she Black and all that. That's what it felt like to me. Like Kenya was literally sitting up there having this argument in front of, the people. We don't do it in front of mixed audiences. Andy sitting up there cracking his whip or letting Candy crack her whip. But Andy is getting so much joy out of these two women fighting over this movement. And it was like, Kenya, you don't see what you're doing. Like they cut the clip because Portia said, she wanted them to cut the clip because she didn't feel like it'd be right for these Black women to be fighting over this important matter, this important cause. But then you do it anyway on the reunion. What sense did that make? But I digress. Yes, salty Ken. You didn't like that either, okay? And then I got to give Kenya a little bit of props, binge-worthy. I know you in here. I got to give her a little bit of props because she was adequately prepared, for her apology about wearing the Indian headdress. Now, I'm of the mindset that Bravo knew exactly what they were doing. Okay. Bravo approves their costumes before they wear them. They approve the costumes before they air. The producers and the executives, they see these episodes before they release them to the public. So they knew that Kenya was going to be blasted by the Native Americans. They knew that it was going to be controversy surrounding that headdress, but because they also know that it's such a lackluster season, hell, controversy sells. Let's let Kenya take the brunt of this heat, so we could get some people at least talking about us, because ain't nobody talking about us since our queen Nene Leakes has left the building. Thank you so much, Brandon. Brandon said, "Honey, is that show still on? I thought they had took it down." Okay, Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. That's my friend. A total snooze fest. That's what I was saying, Brandon. Child, they doing anything they can. They pulling out all the tricks, all the stunts, all the shows, just because the queen has left the building. Now, as proof of that, look, I could pull receipts, but I'll let y'all run and find them, and maybe I'll do it, on the replay. But I came on late today. I wasn't prepared. But that podcast that Andy did that I showed you when he was talking about Marlo not getting a peach. I remember when I played that snippet of that podcast. In that same podcast, Andy talked about Kenya wearing the headdress, and this was before the episode aired. Andy said, "Oh, in an upcoming episode, Kenya has on an Indian headdress, and it's bad. I don't know why she did that," which means he knew that it was going to be controversial. If that's the case, why did you air it? And now, apparently, according to the internet, they have cut it out of any, replays of that episode. They have cut out Kenya wearing the headdress so that it won't be offensive to the community. Andy, however, never issued an apology. However, Kenya did. Remember, first she was saying it's a part of my heritage, and she was trying to deflect. But then, when the heat got too hot, and Bravo was trying to pull them checks, honey, Kenya went ahead and apologized, and she apologized again on the reunion, and she did so very adequately. She said customs are not costumes. And it's like, Kenya, you didn't know that? You didn't know that from the beginning? She said, well, she should have been in touch with her, her heritage, and she would have known that. However, Andy knew it. Andy knew it. Exactly. Andy is a shady queen. So definitely go back to that podcast he did with those two young women where they were talking about all the housewives situations, and this was before that episode aired, and he definitely brought it up. Okay. Yes, a fake apology. You think it was fake? Well, whatever it was, Kenya definitely brought it up. In doing so, Portia even, decided to step in, and she called Kenya out. She was like, how is it that you can make mistakes and, apologize and move forward, but nobody else can? Portia, Kenya keeps bringing up the Underground Railroad. She brought it up this season when Portia was protesting. And so, Portia took offense to that. And she was like, you brought up something from 4 years ago that I did when I was a little less knowledgeable. And I apologized for it. And then Kenya was like, no, you didn't apologize. And Portia was like, pull the receipts, honey. And production pulled the receipts from Watch What Happens Live and showed Portia back in the day. Portia looked so different back in the day, honey. Her nose was different, her chin was different, her lips was different, everything was different. But anyway, they pulled the receipts of a young Portia saying that it was, not right for her to joke about those things and to say the things, that she was very ignorant in saying that, because history is a serious part of history and it's not a joking matter. So there's that. Yes, Portia was firing them shots. It was like bang, 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 bang. And I don't care, y'all Team 12 can think that Kenya won, but I told y'all weeks ago Portia won this reunion. And if you don't remember after the reunion, her and IG Jeremy, and they was dancing around and they were so happy because, they slayed, meanwhile Candy sitting over there in her latex looking like a whole costume. Costumes are not custom. Customs are not costumes, Candy. You can't be pretending to be a dominatrix. You are offensive to the dominatrix community, Candy. How you sit up there wearing that as a costume when it was people out there really about that life? Well, maybe Candy really about that life. Anyway, I digress. What else? You said Portia was the reunion winner. Who won the reunion? Look, it's 1,300 of y'all in here already. Y'all come in here, press the like button as you come in, please, and thank you. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Shout out to my mods too. There go Princess AG, Jazabelle in here. There go C Patterson. Hey mods, I see y'all. You said black folks always claiming India. Exactly, not perfect. Why we can't just be black? I'm just black. I don't know what's in the bloodstream. I'm sure, being an African American, we got all kind of stuff in our bloodstream. We light skin, dark skin, whatever. But it's just black. I'm just black. Blackity black, black, black. And there's nothing wrong with being black. Now, you said Portia won. Who won? Portia is the winner. Look, y'all, they said Portia is the winner. Portia. Okay. Kenya thinks her ass is really. There's that. Okay. The DNA test will tell the truth. Notice they won't get it. Okay. We need to see Kenya's DNA test, honey. Because remember, Kenya is one of those people. She's all about featureism. It's, she says she got long hair. She don't wear weave. Every time you see her, she got on a phony pony, honey. But she always acts like her long hair makes her better than the average black girl. Because according to Kenya, black people can't grow their hair, so much so that she created a whole Kenya Moore hair care full of water for y'all to put on y'all hair. She took advantage of all the people who think their hair can grow like Kenya and it's not genetics, and she's selling y'all a dream. But I digress. You said Portia won. Kenya won burst Portia and Drew's bubble. What? Kenya wears wigs. She sure do. And color contacts. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, can we make a list of all the fakeness that Kenya got going on? Kenya got hair pieces, U-part wigs, and ponies. She got contact lenses. She done got fake boobs, but then they say she done took her fake boobs out. You know, now she got, I guess, a breast reduction. The breast reduction was she took them silicone implants out and probably got saline, but you ain't heard that from me. Then she got a fake butt. They say, you know, she want to get that out, but it's kind of hard because she got it back in the 70s. And, you know, back then, you know, they used to put all kind of stuff in women's buttocks that, you know, they can't take out no more. But there's that. So yeah, she, you know, Kenya did a lot. Kenya did a lot, but you know, look, I ain't mad at her. You know, if you got the coins, you can buy all kind of stuff too. You can buy boobs and breasts and noses and mouths, and look, it is what it is. When you in the limelight, people, you know, shoot, that stress get to you, honey. You have an ideal to stand up to. You got an ideal to stand up to. You got to have perfect breasts, a perfect butt. Excuse me. And, you know, you got to have, you know, perfect skin, all that. But there's that. What else I had to talk about? We talked about Kenya and her headdress. Oh, in addition to, you know, Kenya talking about the her heritage, you know, she pulled out the receipts on Drew Sidora, honey. She was saying that other people have done the same thing and did not get as much backlash as she has gotten. But you know, they weren't on a TV show doing it, Drew. Kenya, they weren't. But you know, Kenya, you know, decides to fire some shots at Drew and say that Drew did it too. And Drew said, you know, that she did it in Louisiana and it was a custom and blah blah blah. And everybody was like, Drew, stop lying. And look, Justin Diego that pulled the receipts out for Drew's sister's Facebook page or Instagram where it was hashtag Halloween. So Drew got caught in the lie. Drew then pulled a Eva. Yeah, it's her first season. You got to give Drew a break, honey. Because Drew don't know no better. Now, you know, she's learning how to maneuver. She's learning how to lay her wigs. She's learning that she has to hire a makeup artist. She's learning that she needs some better clothes. She's learning, you know, in the first season, you don't know no better. Hell, Eva didn't know any better either, but she was a model. So, you know, she had that bohemian chic going on. Eva was wearing all Target, everything. But because she's beautiful and a model, that y'all don't say nothing. Same thing with Cynthia. Cynthia be wearing all Target, everything. And, you know, y'all get her pass because she got cheekbones. But, you know, there's that. And was Cynthia even on this reunion? I can't remember. Was Cynthia? I think she was there because I remember seeing. But nobody's talking about Cynthia. Nobody. Like, what had happened? We don't know. But anyway, I digress. Moving on. As far as Drew is concerned, yes, Andy is messy boots. Drew has talked about what else? Shit, I don't know. What else had happened with Drew? Let me think. They arguing about the kids. About how cringeworthy it was for Drew, you know, to take her child to see the old daddy. But, you know, Kenya apparently retweeted something and, you know, Drew is crying about it. And I'm just like, look, it's the same thing that Candy did. Why are y'all all on Drew's neck acting like Drew did something that y'all haven't done before? All of these storylines have been done before. Don't act like this brand new. Hell, Candy did it to Riley when Riley was dang 9-10 years old and had Block coming to her birthday party and stuff. And Riley didn't even know the man. Riley was they got pictures of Riley looking at Drew like, who is this man at my birthday party? I don't know him. Remember when Drew had when Riley had a little tutu? And then, you know, there was several other episodes where Candy was arguing with Block, telling him that he needed to come see his daughter and all that. Yes, Riley cried. And it was around that time that Block's wife had came forward and said Candy was a home wrecker and didn't nobody want to believe me. And look, the tea is, I remember when Candy called me when I wrote that post, and Candy was like, I did not break up the home. They was not married. And I was like, Candy, they was living together. They was common law married. They had kids. They had property together. What is she talking about? She was like, but they was not legally married. They was not married. So it doesn't matter. Like, you know, I guess that's why Candy is in her feelings about, you know, Drew bringing up Prophet Lot and all that situation, because, you know, He is not married. He is not legally married. It don't matter if it's a fiance. He is not married. So Kandi is showing y'all how she feels about these relationships. But there is that. Let me see. You said Kandi stated the judge giving block to pay. Well, there's that. But that's my point. Like, y'all keep talking about it's traumatizing to Drew's child, but wasn't it traumatizing to Riley all these years? And nobody even pays attention to that. Nobody draws any parallels to that. In fact, Riley was so withdrawn over all these years that Kandi was trying to force her to sing, to force her to do that, to bring her out of her shell. And everybody who watched the show was like tiptoeing because it was like, we don't want to talk about Riley. We don't want to talk about Riley's weight. We don't want to talk about anything. We can't talk about the kids. But yet, you know, you bring it up. Anyway, see, I'm going all off the deep end. But yeah, y'all going to leave Drew alone. But as y'all can see, the alliance. Hold on. Let me pull up this picture of the alliance, honey. Where is it? Let me see. Is it in here? Because this damn alliance, honey, is off the chain. Where they at? Here they are right here. Even Cynthia posted a picture of it too. Let me crop that out. Cynthia posted a picture of this alliance, and as you can see, they are all like targeting the same person. Now, it's as long as they stick together, maybe they could keep a job. Is that what it is? Hold on, let me zoom in. As long as they stick together, maybe they could keep a job. The alliance is real, y'all. That look, Nene told y'all about that alliance, and they ain't playing. Look, meanwhile, nobody's talking about Cynthia. Kenya is Kenya's whole life was off air this year. Her husband wasn't on. He kept the baby off. She won't talk about the husband or the baby. Hell, Andy even asked her about, you know, what was going on with Mark. She didn't want to answer the question. So I'm just trying to figure out what are that. Look, these are the highest paid three right here. They need to kick the alliance off and start over. My humble opinion. Meanwhile, I'm talking about all kind of housewife adjacent stuff. Y'all saw they had their little outfits all around the room. They had bolos, fake Chanel back there in the back. It was all kind of stuff. You said, Michelle, they are really friends. That's why they stick together. You believe that, Black Acre? You believe that they are really friends? If they really friends, why can't they didn't talk to them before she sent that email to executives? She didn't talk to her friends. In fact, she didn't talk to anyone. In fact, she just went by herself. That was the overall drama behind these emails that Portia talking about. But I'm gonna let Kandi tell y'all that, and then I'm gonna follow up with my own story, my own with the real receipts. What about this new All-Star show? Are they All-Stars, child? Are they All-Stars? I'm always right. Thank you so much. Now, speaking of this reunion, I'm gonna let y'all talk about it in a minute because I'm all reunioned out because really I just couldn't be bothered. I just want y'all to see this is the tea. I'm so shady. So, Andy don't never post. Andy, Bravo Andy, he don't never post the Black Housewives ever. You never see him post them. Hell, he barely follow them. But, Andy over on his Instagram, he probably going to delete it next week after the reunion over. But Andy over here on his Instagram, right, he had posted this picture of Kandi, right? So, but Kandi posted the same picture, and Kandi had to doctor it up a little bit because Candy's picture looks a little bit different. Hold on, let me pull up Candy's picture for y'all. It's the same picture, but she posted it after the fact. And there go Candy's picture. She's a little bit more light skinned. She's just a little bit more light skinned. It's all good. Some people, like to be a little bit more light skinned. Black people, we need light. We need light. And she made Andy look like a ghost. But anyway, so here is the original photo. And what's funny to me is the comments. Like, they are reading Kandi under these comments so very bad. While apparently, she's on the final seat. She's getting paid the most. She's sitting over there over on her YouTube channel forming narratives, making y'all like who she like, making y'all can't stand who she can't stand. And so she can't form the narrative up under Andy's pictures. So on Andy's picture, they like, he said Mistress Angel's returns, right? So they was like, Lord, can we do away with this dungeon nonsense after this? It's a tacky bore. Either bring Phaedra back to talk about it or put this to sleep. She's kinky. We get it. Oh, let me like that. Clink. The award for the worst reunion look of all time goes to Candy. Let me like that. Clink. Bring Phaedra back, please, and thank you. Let me like that. Clink. I am so glad this season is over. ATL used to be my favorite franchise, and now they're the least fave. Let me like that. Clink. Look, I didn't write any of these comments. Now all of these comments are over on Bravo's Andy. So if y'all want to double check me, I'm just reading what the people say. Somebody said she's doing way too much and is too damn old to be going around like this in public. Ooh. Somebody else said Candy is one of those people that are sexy as hell, but she doesn't really have sex appeal. It's super forced, and she definitely shouldn't done a glam look, not the dungeon thing again. Then somebody yawned. Then somebody, she should want to take the focus off of this dungeon crap with all the drama around her friends T.I. and Tiny. Do you see the way the people are dragging? You said it's the clink for me. Clink, clink. Let me like all of them. Clink, clink. Not like she dressed at Dots, honey. Not like she dressed at Dots. I'm just saying it is shady. It is so shady. So look, look, Andy is shady for putting this up. He is not moderating the comments. If you go on Candy page, everybody love it though, because Candy over there moderating them comments. Hold on. Look what they say on Candy. Candy delete all the mean comments. Look, everybody, yes, Mistress Angel, yes, sexy as fuck, yes, Mistress, the fire emojis, yes, Candy, tell Andy to hand over those cards. It's time for a new host. Yes, I think RHOA is Andy's favorite. Andy wish, blah, 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 blah. Everybody saying all the good stuff. How she ain't got no bad comments? Oh, there goes somebody with the throw up emoji. But everybody's like Players Club. It's everything. And you all look fire. So it's like, how can you go from that to all of this? Like, it's just cringy. Don't like this season. It was boring. And I liked Candy until last season. I am so not into that. And I can't watch Atlanta Housewives anymore. They are very throw up emoji. Candy brings absolutely nothing to this show. Her salary is enough for 3 new housewives who are hungry for fame and who will definitely bring their A game to the show. Let me click that. Clink. Okay. And somebody said justice for Candy's look. Okay. Is this justice? They're going to throw up emojis again. Andy likes his candy. Okay. Somebody said, yes, sir. Yes, sir, mistress. That sounds kind of slavish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Look, I didn't say she looked bad. I just think it was costuming. She knows it was costuming. That's why she went viral that first picture. Come on now. Look, the executive know, just like they knew Kenya was gonna wear that headdress. They knew that it was gonna be a big major joke for Candy to walk in there with all of this latex on and these thigh-high boots and a whip. Okay, in the middle of a dungeon after she was accused of allegedly trying to, drug Portia and take her to the dungeon. It seems like shade to me, but, who am I? I'm just a blogger. Oops. I was trying to make myself big. I'm just a blogger. What do I know? You is obsessed with Candy and you is typing with bad grammar. That is what you is doing. Okay. Sorry, Candy, you did not look good. Okay. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And thank you, Princess AG, for keeping a hold of that. Hit that like button if you are enjoying the stream. I'm gonna let y'all call in just a second. Shout out to Sherry Shine for the super chat. Hold on, let me put this in here. I want to hear y'all read this reunion. Hold on, click here to join. Bam, because I don't even know what else. I think let me think what else I got. The blogger. I got it from Portia. Portia said the blogger. I need to do me a little sound bite with Portia saying the blogger. Somebody said, how is this show still on? Child, no thanks. Bunch of angry women screaming. I might as well just invite my sisters over. Oops, somebody said, anybody else smell tuna? Y'all so wrong. PSA, anyone dissing Candy's look is a hater. Okay. Then somebody else said, cannot wait. I hope Bolo makes an appearance. Why isn't Candy on our All Stars? Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. But yeah, but the top comments, they dragging. Y'all don't see them hearts. Lord, can we go wait? Let me see what else they say up under here. Exactly. They sign an NDA, so nothing is really gets talked about on a personal level. I am not interested in 40-something, 50-something women uncomfortably trying to increase their freak level on TV, acting like they want to truly share this side of themselves when even Candy damn near won't with her NDAs. Let me like that. Clink. What else? Yes, please make it stop. Yes, I am so tired of Candy, and she's the real bone collector and acts like she's always above it. She's not. She's a shit starter. And Lord, please don't let this reunion turn into another rehashing of her and Portia, or I think I'm done with ATL. Now, listen. I don't know what's going to happen on the reunion. I don't know what's going to happen for the remainder. I'm assuming that the dungeon is going to be brought up some kind of way. I'm assuming because we saw the clips. We saw a lot of people. Portia saying it's all about Portia. It's all my fault. Yada yada. But did y'all notice over the weekend Bravo played the entire season 9 reunion when Candy claims was her worst reunion yet? That was the reunion that Phaedra started the well, I don't know if she started it. Portia spread it. Well, Phaedra told Portia that Candy Todd wanted to drug her and take her to the dungeon, and then Portia came to Candy and called her little teapot and all that. That was also the episode that Apollo was in jail. Peter was still on there. Peter and Cynthia's divorce was final, but it wasn't final yet. But that's a whole nother story. And Peter and Todd was still cool, and they was riding around talking to Apollo, and Apollo was telling them to bring Shireen to the grand opening of OLG. Do y'all remember all of that? Right. Where is Phaedra? They need the buzz. I'm like, why is it that they played that leading up to this reunion? They used that episode with all of Phaedra in it, all of Phaedra, all of Apollo, all of Peter, all of our faves in it, leading up to this dry ass reunion. But there's that. Hold on, did I pin it? Hold on, let me see. Click the link to join. Bam, bam. Let me pin this. So if y'all want to talk about it, definitely call in. I am going to. I didn't even pop out the chat. This is my fault. Bam, bam, bam. Hold on, y'all. I see some of y'all in the back already. Hold on. All right now. Thank you so much, Firestarter 12,000. I appreciate you so very much. Hey Mickey, how you doing? Did I add you? Hey.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Not the long sigh.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start. Okay, yeah. Well, Candy, yeah. When you were reading one of the comments, that made a lot of sense. That when that person said, like, she's a beautiful woman, but she doesn't have sex appeal. That is so true, because every now and then she posts like these videos to promote bedroom candy, and I'm like, girl, please stop. It's like she tries to put on the sexy voice, and it's a hot mess. Like, you are damn near 50 years old. Like, please sit down.
Look,
Like,
we can go
please.
age shaming now. The 50-year-olds can.
But it doesn't look good on her, Michelle. Like, she's a very beautiful woman. She has a nice body, but she doesn't have that, how do I say it? Like, sex appeal. Like, that it just, yeah. Candy. And
So,
Andy
what did you think about the
Cohen.
drama with Drew and Kenya?
Well, if I'm going to be honest, this happens a lot when housewives first come on the show. They always like to dig up what happened like a long time ago and make it storyline.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody does it. And Drew, she brought up the situation with her son's father. And Kenya, she kept on saying, "It's my opinion. It's my opinion." No, it's not your opinion, sweetheart. It's not your opinion. It's that you have an evil spirit.
Right.
Okay, that's why you're retweeting and you want to insert yourself in something that has nothing to do with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just let it go, because at the end of the day, all these women, they always, especially when they first come on, they always bring up what happened in their past, and they pull people, like, even like family members or like old friends. They bring them on the show and they have discussions. You know what I mean? And that's what Drew did. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of cringy. Her son looked really uncomfortable. Her son did look very
Remember, wasn't Riley really uncomfortable too?
Riley was. I felt bad for her all those seasons ago, especially, I think, was it season 8 or season 9? She
Uh-huh.
brought him on the show. It was really like, I really did kind of feel bad for Candy. Like, she was crying and she was like, you're gonna chase her with, what did she say on the show? She's like, "I'm gonna make you chase her," whatever. Like,
Yeah,
and her
yeah,
and Mama
yeah.
Joyce. You remember that scene in the
Yeah,
car?
because Block was like, I'm not gonna chase her because Riley
Yeah.
didn't want to go, and she was like, yeah, yeah.
I felt bad for them, like, honestly, but y'all made it y'all brought it on the show and made it storyline. Cuz
Mm-hmm.
what they want to protect and what they want to keep off the show, they know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
you put it on the show, it's open for public opinion, and it is what it is. But I did feel bad for Candy back then. It's unfortunate.
Right.
And
But but why would you feel bad for her when this was her choice to bring that story to the show? She didn't have to.
and that's what I'm saying. They choose to put it on television.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, the how old is her son? How old is he? Like 9 or
Like
10?
9 or 10 or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So for him, he looked uncomfortable, and I kind of feel bad for him. But Kenya had no right to retweet and have it be a topic of discussion at the reunion. Like, girl, sit down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you are dealing with a whole fake husband. And she said she filed for divorce, and I'm just like, no, you didn't,
Right.
because
How she
TMZ
filed
would
for
have
divorce?
been had them documents.
She's not
They
even
would.
married.
She's not married, but you know that TMZ, they specialize in having all the documentations from the court and stuff like that. Every
Mm-hmm.
time a celebrity files for divorce, they're the first one to report it. Every
Mm-hmm.
time they get into some legal trouble, they're always the first one to report. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're known for. I'm like, you filed for the when did you
She didn't file for divorce, though.
she's not even married, but I just feel like Kenya, like, that's just reality TV politics. She's gonna just milk the cow for this is gonna be storyline for the next, I don't know, maybe 3-4 seasons. But her, like, talking about the cultural appropriation, clearly she had that locked and loaded. She definitely maybe she was media trained, or I don't know, something. She
Uh-huh.
definitely had that. And I remember that, do you remember the part when they were talking about Candy bringing up the alimony? And she was just like, "Oh no, well, me and Candy, we talked about it." Isn't a reunion the whole point, to talk about what happened during the season?
I would think so.
But she shut it down, like, "Oh no, no, me and Candy, we talked about it. We talked about it." And she was like, "I was just mad at Latoya because she went back and told all the girls that I don't like." I'm just like, y'all, did this alliance, Michelle? Like, really?
The alliance is real, honey.
The
And then the fact
alliance.
of now, the only reason Candy is going so hard at Drew, to me, is because of Kenya.
I agree. I think that, you know, because Drew and Portia are cool. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? She don't like that, so she's trying to control everything behind the scenes. So now she's just inserting herself. Even when they were talking about what happened in Tampa, her facial expressions, like she was just like, "Oh, really? You just went to clear your mind?" Like she inserted herself. I'm like, "Girl, bye." Like, girl, bye. You should go check on Marvin. Like, seriously,
Not
Candy.
Marvin. Marvin is in remember just the other day we played a little clip. He
Yeah.
said he was exasperated. He was tired of being daddy daycare and he needed to be by himself. And
Yeah.
now he is in Vegas, honey, with his friends, having him a ball like a single man.
Yeah, that was a hot mess. And as for Portia and Kenya going back and forth, honestly speaking, that was such a turnoff for me, Michelle. Like, why are y'all like why is that a conversation? Honestly speaking.
You're
Like
right.
that was such a turnoff for me. And Andy Cohen, he just sat back. He just sat back watching these two black women go back and forth. Like, honestly speaking, I feel like the network really, like Kenya, she knows what she's doing, but I think she allows the network to paint her with whatever brush that they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To cover up their own mess. Because, you know, Nene complained a lot about Andy Cohen and the network, and she got receipts from like 2008. And so, what they do is they have these women create all of this, you know, mess. And rather, if, you know, Portia's authentic or her motives and this and that, I'm like, girl, bye. You have an evil spirit. And, you know, she asked her, like, okay, what were you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like what is it?
Right.
Like she just allows the network to use her. And she, you know, I think the reason why she's had longevity on the show is she doesn't fight with the network. She never
Mm-hmm.
says, "Oh, it's just editing" or anything. She just, you know, for the sake of a check, they all fall in the trap. They
Well,
all fall in the trap. But Candy, I'm telling you,
we'll see
she
what happens.
is.
It will be interesting to see what happens with this situation, but I'm betting that, Candy might get the boot. And maybe just
You
might.
really think Candy? So okay, Candy's the highest paid. Is Candy, Cynthia, Portia, Kenya? That's the order.
Yeah, Candy, Cynthia, Portia, Kenya. Yeah.
Portia, Kenya. Okay, right. I think. Well, Cynthia apparently is in Turks and Caicos on a vacation on that the All Stars they're doing. So
For
I don't
Peacock.
know.
Yeah, for Peacock.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna get rid of Cynthia because if they're doing
Why?
this.
They might have been giving Cynthia just another chance. That don't mean nothing. She on a whole nother she on a streaming platform. They got these people together. She could have said no, but she did. They got their little $10,000 in a free vacation. Cynthia's out of there because
$10,000.
she might know she's not getting a check next year.
Yeah, I don't know, but Candy, I don't think Candy going nowhere. As long as I think she would go if they were to do pay cuts, and she's like, you know what, I'm just gonna go get my money somewhere else. You know,
Maybe.
I don't think like if the ratings, like for example, if it goes below 1 million viewers
Mm-hmm.
and they start doing pay cuts, I feel like that's when she'll go.
Hmm.
Because why would she has it so good, Michelle?
Yeah, she
She
had, but it might not be her choice. But you're right. She has it good. But anyway,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Mickey, thank you for calling. Let me take some more of these calls. I appreciate
Okay,
you.
Michelle. Have a good night. Thank you.
All right, you too. Hold on, y'all. Hey, Toya.
Hey Michelle, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm going to try and be really quick.
Okay.
So I wanted to say a lot of people are talking about how, the scene with Drew's kid and the dad, the biological dad was so cringy and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
I didn't find it cringy. I found it sad more than anything because I just felt like maybe the child really does not know this man, even though it's his dad. And he grew up with what's the husband's name?
Ralph.
Yes, with Ralph, I'm sorry. And that's the person he knows as dad. So I think that reaction was warranted, and it was, it was an expected reaction from the child, and it was more sad than anything. Now for Kenya to retweet or like or whatever she did about that comment that was made, I found it quite hypocritical because she was chasing a mother who clearly did not want her in front of like millions of viewers, right? That was cringy.
It
Um,
was very.
her yes, her mom's sister, Aunt Lori, I believe, told her leave her alone. She doesn't want to, if she says no, don't do it. That was cringy. Now, why would she then, repost or retweet or whatever she did about that post? And then the other thing I found interesting was that um the Drew's kid's dad had not seen the child because he was in prison, right?
Mhm.
Now Mark Daly is in New York. He's a flight away. When last did he see his daughter?
You're right.
Exactly. So
And then,
why would
like, look, she was talking about quarantine, and she said if it wasn't for the quarantine, they probably would have figured out their relationship. But why
that's not
weren't they
true?
quarantining together?
That
Businesses
is
were open for a time in New York.
first of all, that's not true because people who really wanted to fly during quarantine, they could fly. I know a
That's
couple
true.
of people who were in and out of states, from state to state. If he really wanted that, he would have made it happen. So
Right.
that Kenya is cringeworthy because that man clearly does not care for you and does not want you and doesn't even care for his own daughter because during a pandemic, you would think he would show up like once or twice just to check up on his child, but he didn't. So I just find it very odd that Kenya would, come at Drew in that manner about her child. And in this housewives things, I always hear them say, "Oh, don't go for the kids, don't go for the kids." But that's exactly what she did. And for her to make the comparison about, oh well, she came after my husband, ma'am, your husband's a grown ass man who clearly does not want you. We all see that. So it was very stupid. And then there was the what was it? That whole issue about Toya telling the girls about the divorce, and Candy did the same thing, but she wasn't mad at Candy. Here's the reason why she wasn't mad at Candy is because she fears Candy. They worship Candy. Everybody except for Drew, Portia, and Shamia, they
Uh-huh.
all worship Candy. They're afraid of her. So that's the only reason why she really had no issue with Candy mentioning it and had an issue with Latoya. So Latoya was a weak link, a weak talk. She was an easy target.
Mhm.
Now, okay, that's that. And then this alliance, right? This stupid alliance they have going is a very weak alliance because you have Cynthia, who nobody like. We all forget about Cynthia. She's so forgettable. It's sad. And then you have Candy, who is boring. She's such a snooze fest. Oh my gosh, she's just annoying. And then you have Kenya, who nobody really likes. So what kind of an alliance is that?
Right.
It's stupid. Like honestly, Bravo, if they do not fire at least two people from this alliance, I honestly just I think I don't know,
But
their
then they look,
production.
you got to think though, the alliance they target the same people. They favor the same people. Like even on the finale episode when Latoya and Drew got into it at Cynthia's house, and Latoya was the one who threw the wig at Drew. And yeah, Drew reacted, but it was like Cynthia had smoke for Drew and none for Latoya. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, but that's my point is that as the producer on the show, you should see these things that it's almost so predictable that nobody's gonna be interested in watching. Like stir things up, like get rid of two of them, bring back two people, or bring back Phaedra and what's her name, Nino, at least one of them, and
Uh,
then maybe then it would be interesting. And quite honestly, like I've said before, if I were Nini, I would never advise it. I mean, I wouldn't want to go back, and I wouldn't advise her to go back because they've really done her dirty. To me, it would be like a step down, like bowing down to them. But at least bring Phaedra back, and then get rid of Kenya and Cynthia, and then leave Candy. That would make more sense. Like right now, just keeping this alliance to me, it makes zero sense because everything is becoming so predictable that it's just boring.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. Thank you for taking my call.
But thank you, Toya. I appreciate you calling in.
All righty, bye.
All right, bye. Hold on, y'all. Tracy J, hi.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. First of all, thank you for, providing this platform for us and the entertainment
You are
and all that.
Thank you for calling and stuff.
You're welcome. I wanted to, I guess, speak on Candy. I still like her, but it's like, it has gotten to the point to where with Candy, it was like it's been so much throw in our face with the dungeon. Okay, we already knew she was involved with the sex toys and and all that stuff, but it was left up to us if we wanted to go and look at her with her podcast back in the day, and then when it played on the dungeon theme, and it was up to us. Now, Bravo, I don't know if Bravo has made this big spin on it or whatever, but it's as if you, for example, you have a roommate and your roommate do whatever they do, like prostitution or whatever, and you're fine with it. And then now all of a sudden you come home and they in the living room. That's what I'm saying. It's just all in our face now.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, I'm just saying, I know maybe I'm going overboard with it, but it's like the over sexualization. They're just throwing it at us, and it's become such of a turnoff. And it's like they have put Candy have allowed herself to be at the top of it. And then when it came with the Bolo thing, I was like, that ain't Candy. We know we already know, but we should pick and choose if we want to see that. You know what I mean? I know we pick and choose if we want to watch the Housewives, but we didn't know it was going to be all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the reunion, I was just really wondering why I wasn't really, how can I say it? I wasn't really judging her for the way she was dressing, but I just didn't understand why was everybody else so eloquently dressed in that theme, and Candy was in whips and chains, almost like, what I mean?
Candy got set up.
Yes.
She ain't gonna admit it.
And
but
remember last season?
Remember last season when the ladies had all, like, even though it was a Zoom reunion, the ladies were all wearing white. They were all told to wear white, and then one executive
the same thing.
Yeah. And then one executive called Nene and told her to rethink her outfit and shouldn't you wear black. I feel like they did that to Candy.
I do too, but also Candy is very smart too. See, Candy is just as smart as Nene is. You see Nene get ahead of things. Candy seemed like she would be able to get ahead and know what Bravo's doing. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of, I think what is happening to her is that her image is being tarnished more than what she really wants. And I think she probably is like, when people go, well, I resign before all this mess hit the fan. I'm just going to resign. You know what I mean?
I don't think she will. I think her,
You don't think she will? Mm-mm. You think she probably have a team to get ahead of it, because I think
that's what she's using her
out of control. Huh?
She's using her YouTube channel for that. And didn't she go live today? And she was like asking people, well, what would y'all want to see on the reunion? I mean, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I was thinking to myself, why is she asking that question as if she is a member of production? Like, why? Like, that isn't for you to do. That is an executive decision, unless the executives got her out here collecting data.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you on the staff? Like, what is it?
And see, I used to watch the Speak on It. Mm-hmm. I used to, and I really do, because Candy gave us that Candy always gave us that. We already knew what was coming from her. You know what I mean? Candy just was, we like Candy just for being Candy, like how we like Portia for being Portia. But it is as when it start winding down before Nene left, it kind of, you know, we kind of start seeing something different, and that kind of turned, and it not kind of, it really turned me off. It's like you have a friend and, you know, you was always hanging out with the friend and they go, well, girl, you ain't coming to my parties. No, I was like, no, I'm cool. Because I don't go to the speak on it. I don't watch speak on it no more. I don't, because it's like really, she has turned me off.
Right, because it's forming a narrative. Why doesn't everybody have that same level of influence and a platform to speak on it? Just like, you know, back in the day, Bravo used to be a part of their contract. They had to write a blog every Monday about the show's previous episodes, which gave insight into what had happened. Like you can look back on this, is proven. But now the only person who has any type of say so or, you know, behind the scenes information is Candy. That's giving her too much power.
Do you think that they're trying to? I don't trust Bravo. I really, the way they did Nene, you would think Candy would be more, I don't know, but the way they kind of, I don't know the details of what they did Nene, but it was so hurtful to a lot of us. And we still heard about it. I'm still real salty. That's one of the reasons why I watch Candy speak on it, kind of, you know what I mean? And I really don't watch the Housewives anymore. And I'd be like, you know what, let me go on. Only reason why I watch it so I can have, you know, be come on your show, not come on, but be caught up a little bit. But I don't even watch anymore because it's like they hurt all of us. You know what I mean? It's kind of like they stabbed all of us in the back. In a way, that's how I feel.
Well, and I'm offended because I feel like Candy be over there trying to do my job. Like, why you over there like trying to spill the tea on the Housewives when you own the Housewives? It's a conflict of interest.
It's a conflict of interest, right? Not only just, you're right.
And then, you know, she got the cast feeling like they gotta come on her show to tell their side, you know, their side of the story. No, they don't. Like Portia does not have to go on her show. That's your show, girl. Like, no. So I don't like that. Like, even when, you know, back in the day when Nene was on the show and she kept on saying Nene is invited, and Nene, you know, was like, why Nene got to go on her show for what? Like, no,
you got a good valid. You have a valid point there, because if one of them housewives came on your show, honey, do you know how interesting that would be? I don't watch Candy show. You know what I mean? I do not watch her speak on it, but if they can get the house, I don't know if they have a non-disclosure agreement but they do other people's shows, don't they? Do they talk to other bloggers, don't they?
I mean,
the housewives.
They, you know, I used to talk to all of them. I kind of, you know, I choose. I choose not to because, and this is, you know, everybody be like, well, Michelle fell out, this, that, and the third. But Michelle fell out because Michelle says what she wants to say about her perception of the show. You know what I mean? And so if that offends them, if like Phaedra gets mad because my perception is she a backstabber, or Candy got mad because my perception was she was a homewrecker, or whatever the case may be, like, I'm not going to change what my opinion is just because we cool. Like, that's disrupting what my job is here. So if we can't be cool because you mad about me talking about the show, then we can't be cool. You know, that's just the way I work.
Feel you, you know. And one thing I can say about you is that you are really fair. You do speak facts. You know, I do watch bloggers, and I just, you know, how you just sit at the church and don't join. You know what I mean? So I'm going, you know what? I really appreciate your show. I've been, but I always catch it like when I'm sewing or something like that. When I'm sewing and I get to, and it was just so entertaining. I'm going, you know what? How do I get on Patreon? How do I join? How do I, you know, but you're the only one that I've ever, you know, supported.
Well,
because of your platform. There's other bloggers, and I'm not going to diss any, you know, I'm not here to diss any bloggers, But I really appreciate your platform and how, how fair you are.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. So that's all I want to say. It's my first time coming on, so I don't want to overwhelm folks.
It's all right. Well, definitely call back
So
more
next
often.
time
I appreciate you for calling in today.
no problem. I'll call in more often.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Hold on. Cartier White. I ain't seen you in a long time. Hello. Uh-oh. Okay. Cartier. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Hey. Hello. You muted yourself. You back. You muted yourself again. You back.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear?
Oh Lord. You keep muting yourself.
Okay, I think I'm back. Am I back?
Okay. Yes.
Hey Michelle, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing? Cartier.
I'm doing all right.
I'm not have to cut you.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can, but there's a delay and it's getting annoying.
Oh, okay. How about now? Is that better?
I can hear you, but there's a delay.
I was trying to throw.
I quit. Look, I be giving y'all opportunity. Look, y'all know my patience is this. When it gets to the hour mark, and like y'all already know, I'll be like, listen, get it together, okay? And look, I give everybody opportunities. It's not like I immediately hang up on y'all. I don't do none of that. I give you about 3-4 minutes to get it together. Anyway, how you like it?
Oh my gosh, you give me too much jokes, man. Oh my gosh, I'm good. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. Welcome.
I see blogger.
Yes. I couldn't find one that said the blogger, so I just got the blogger one, child.
Okay.
I need to make my own one that says the blogger.
Okay.
I'm not just a blogger, I am the blogger.
You're but the blogger. Right. So yeah, oh my gosh. Sorry, let me just get myself together. You were cracking me up behind the scenes. And the problem is I tend to get the giggles. It's not bad. It's bad. Okay, so the Drew thing is bothersome for me because I feel like by now they should have made children out of bounds to discuss. And I think it's been discussed before that the children should be out of bounds. So the fact that it's being carried on again, I don't understand why they're doing that. You know what I mean? I just find, and I think from Binge Was It Live, he said something about trauma. And I think people need to understand, even a child as young as 5 and 6 years old can get traumatized by events that are happening around the home. So I do get the whole the filming, in front of the cameras and having to confront the dad, and it's very uncomfortable, and I understand that part of it, but at the same time, it's something that's been played over and over and over again in Housewives. Like literally almost all the women in there have had a baby daddy story of some sort. If it's not a baby daddy story, it's about an estranged mother. You know what I mean? So they've tried to play this whole broken family story arc, if you've noticed, and I actually don't really entirely like that story arc. The reason being is it is so focused a lot on the Black women's shows. They did that in Potomac as well with Ashley, and she got rejected as well. And like, what is that supposed to relate to the rest of the public about how Black families are? Like, oh, no matter how rich they are, you see, their families are a whole mess. Because I feel like eventually that's the picture it's painting, And so I really don't like that storyline. It's very uncomfortable to watch. I get that Drew was new and hey, she had to kind of bring whatever it is that's organic to her storyline, right, to the table, and she had to force situations which are very uncomfortable. But at the same time, it's like, come on now, we are now in 2020-21. They filmed that obviously 2020-21. You should know by now that you can decide to say, actually can't do this. You should realize how badly mental health affects the Black community and how much of a stigma it still has and how difficult it is for people to get help when they're having to deal with these traumatic events that happen when they're still kids. And that's why I have a problem with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, like them bringing back, the throwing back 265 days on Portia, I thought that was uncalled for. I think it was stupid. I
like the fact that they played the part of her apologizing. Yeah.
I never watched it. I heard you say it. I actually don't want to watch the reunion at all. I'll be honest.
You're not missing nothing.
I don't want to watch it because I just don't want to be upset and angry because I feel like that's what it's going to do to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to end up being upset and angry. And that's the reason why I didn't want to watch like most of the season, because I end up getting in my feelings and I end up getting angry because it kind of feels like, you know, these are people we relate to because of their skin color. So you can't help but get invested emotionally to some degree, getting your high blood pressure up. And I don't want to have to do that. So I was like, no, I'm just going to be listening to you guys and pick up from what you're saying and like just pick up on the overall discussion and the important points about it. You know, Drew, on the other hand, like I know people have been saying, oh, I'm sick of Drew, she's thirsty and this, that, and she lied about the Halloween costume thing. Yeah, she needs to actually own up to that. She needs to acknowledge and she needs to confess that, unless she's also suffering from the same type of Eva, you know, selective amnesia. I don't know, you know, yeah. But like she needs to own up to that, to be honest. You know, I think that's really, really important moving forward for her. If she wants to maintain a certain stature that she's portrayed already in this season, she has to be able to be that person that takes accountability for telling a lie and doing things that she knows, okay, I shouldn't have done that. If she can be able to take accountability, I think that's going to help her, because I feel like even if Portia, you know, has been a bit wishy-washy in terms of her friendship sometimes, I think what has actually helped her become a fan favorite is her actually taking accountability of a lot of the things that she's done. I think it's kind of aided her a great deal, you know. Moving forward with Bravo and Andy, that man just disgusts me at this point.
Yeah, Andy gets too much delight off of like stereotypical stuff to me. Like I'm just not feeling it. I'm really not.
Too much. It's actually become painful to witness with him, because now, especially, we really know what he's about. We really know his characteristics. It makes it really, really difficult as a Black person watching, going, oh my gosh. Like, this guy is really enjoying it when they're at loggerheads, when they are being bitch to each other, when they are basically, as long as they're being nasty to each other, that's what works for Andy.
Right.
Otherwise, if it's not working, you know, they want to try and throw a spanner in the works. Now, I have a theory about someone mentioned to me that, or a squad member mentioned to me that Shamia might possibly come. I mean, sorry, actually, that's another thing. The Phaedra situation, right? The Phaedra situation and Candy wanting to leave. My theory is that I think because Candy loves clout and she loves attention, if she's the richest housewife, right, she shouldn't technically be needing to be on the show. But for some reason, she still wants to be on the show, you know, be it for clout or be it to help her businesses. And I honestly think, as much as it might be an unpopular opinion, and she has said, oh, I will leave if Phaedra comes on board. However, because they've paid her her dues, I think she might end up having to buckle down, if that's the right term, and actually accept staying and accept Phaedra coming on board, because it's the only way Candy is going to have some sort of organic storyline after many, many years of being dry as paint.
Yeah. I agree.
I honestly think
I don't know that she will. She do it.
I think she might have to, if she wants to stay on the show. Like, she's proven to us that she loves the attention. She's addicted to the attention. Unless she's got a better offer on the table where she thinks, you know what, I'm okay walking away.
Yeah.
So maybe, you know, it could be that she'll agree to it and say, okay, let's do this, you know. And maybe she might negotiate more money for it. We don't know. But I think maybe, you know, if they're trying to put Phaedra all over in our faces, I think Kandi might agree to stay under certain conditions or certain agreements.
Right.
You know, but that's just my theory, obviously, you know, could be wrong. But yeah, I thought I should be waiting.
Unphotoshopped picture of Kandi.
Is she gonna try and show us a better one and tell us to say, look at the video, look at a different angle? No, honey, the outfit is still the same.
Yeah, my thighs, like her thighs, didn't look like that in the other pictures. So.
Oh, really? Just like she did with the Andy version of the picture and her version of the same picture.
Right.
Like, I don't understand, you know. Kandi doesn't seem to like it when people come for her outfit or her attitude or anything. She always finds a way to try and defend it on her show and go on Instagram or whatever it is, wherever it is that she wants to go, she tries to defend it, you know, in some way, shape, or form. And I think it really bothers her because, again, because she loves the attention, people who are like that, they tend to seek validation from the public. And if you constantly want to seek validation from the public, you will be affected by the public's opinions. Whereas if you stop caring about what the public think of you, you're not going to want so much clout as to seek their validation.
Right.
That's just how I see it.
But somebody said they have a question for you, and they asked me if I could add them in.
Oh, okay.
Obi.
Hi, Obi.
Hi.
Hi, are you right?
Oh, good. I was wondering if you could hear me because sometimes I have issues with my phone. I actually had a question for Elaka. Elaka, are you Nigerian?
No, I'm originally from Zambia. I'm actually half Zambian, half Malawian, but born in Zambia, raised in the UK.
Okay, yeah, because like you sound like a lot of my Nigerian cousins who are in the UK.
Is it? My best friend is Nigerian.
You live in London?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only question I had. Don't mind me.
Okay,
so Michelle, I love your show. I've been following you for a while now. I'll say it's been like maybe like a month. Maybe I just watched one video, and then from one video I started watching a lot of videos, and I kind of got hooked on it.
Okay.
Well, I like your blogging skills. And I think you're really like, you know, one thing I like about you is that you're like you bring up the facts and you tell the truth, and like you don't say anything that hasn't been, you know, fact checked, you know, before you throw it out there. So that's what I like.
Oh, thank you.
So you know one thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm originally Nigerian, and I came into this country like around 2014. And a lot of my cousins, like a lot of my friends, keep talking about the show, and I'm like, I don't even know what is this Real Housewives of Atlanta? What is this whole Real Housewives franchise? I wasn't really into it, to be honest. But the only so what's funny is that the only season I actually decided to watch is this season, and this is the only season that I watched like literally from first episode to last episode, and I was disappointed with the whole thing. And even before starting this season, I was actually trying to go back to watch like a couple of other seasons, you know, because I have Hulu, and it's actually like Real Housewives of Atlanta is on Hulu, so you can like literally go back to watch from season 1. And I was kind of just trying to watch some episodes and some reunions and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I feel like the show kind of lost its spark somewhere. You know, like I would say like the last season and then this season was like the, you know, low of all lows for the show. Because when I was watching some of the old seasons, I think when I got up to like season 5, season 6, it was like really, really, really interesting. I couldn't even believe that. Like I was literally like watching from episode to episode to episode, trying to find out like what was going to happen next. And I love Nene Leakes too. Like I felt like she was the one that was really holding down the show from the beginning.
She definitely was.
If anything,
the glue that held everybody together.
Yeah, that's what I think. Really. I mean, she has so much talent. Like, you know, her one-liners, the way she got all the girls together, you know, she just had something there's just something about her that I feel like she was the spark of the show. If anything, I feel like if they want to actually revive this show, apart from Phaedra, I think they should bring Nene back. Although I don't think she probably wants to come back, but I feel like that's probably the only thing that's going to revive it. or they get rid of the alliance and start all over from the beginning.
They need to start with getting rid of the alliance. Definitely that. Well, Obi, I thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let me go on through these the rest of these callers before I begin.
Okay, I'll just go back I'll just be like following on the chat section.
Okay.
I just wanted to say a shout out to you guys.
All right.
Okay. I was actually about to hang up as well because I think I said my piece, right?
Okay. Well, look, I appreciate you for calling in, Alaka.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I'll get back in the chat and chat to these people. They're cracking me up. I've just been laughing all night. All right, hon. See you later. All right, bye.
There's a whole bunch of y'all back here. Miranda.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
How are you? I'm good. I'm sorry that what the hell? Now I see my face in two places on my phone. Michelle, you know what? I can't deal. I cannot deal right now. I'm over it. I am so over it.
They said you got your helmet of salvation on, honey. Come with it.
Oh God!
This is not a bonnet. This is a helmet of salvation.
Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, guys. Oh God! But I think the show, Portia is holding down right now. Really, she is. Candy,
stop moving around. We dizzy now. Sit still now.
Oh my God, Michelle. You just talking about me. Oh my God, it's just don't do it. Don't do it. You can't do that.
Okay.
She is holding it down, I feel. And her outfits, she was slaying.
Who, Portia?
Yes, Portia was.
Okay.
I really do. I think a lot of them are jealous of her too.
Definitely jealous of Portia. Portia and that haircut. Portia was doing it.
She's doing it. So, and Marlo, I like her, kinda. I don't know. She's like a question mark because of the fact that she was so close to Nene at first, and Nene is my girl. And I feel like if you were that close and y'all don't mess with each other anymore, you have to be not a good friend at all. So, Cynthia needs to go on and just, yeah, she do. She needs to go on and do something. I don't know. Enjoy her life being married. How about that? Because she done got married twice already. So
yeah, she got married to stay on the show. I don't think she want that man. She bored as hell right now.
You think so?
I know so.
Oh.
It was all a scheme, child. It was all a stunt.
And Kenya, poor thing. She's pretty and everything, but she's really, her attitude makes her ugly to me. I don't know.
Well, I appreciate you calling in tonight, Miranda. Where you calling from?
Yes, Brown Rock, Texas.
Yes, shout out to Brown Rock. I appreciate you.
Yes, I love you, Michelle. Have a good night.
More. All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye. I see you
back
Michelle.
There looking bored.
I see you back there looking bored.
A little bit, but it wasn't y'all though. I took medicine. I'm waiting for it to start working. Y'all know I get bad migraines. But listen, I got 2 questions and I'm gonna leave you alone.
Okay.
Now, it's some rumors going around saying they invited everybody back. Is there any truth to that?
I haven't heard that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find some type of. You know what? I know exactly what I'm gonna send you in your inbox, so you can see if it's any truth to that. Because people be putting them lies out there hoping to make it true or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And then the other question is we going to the Pantheon?
Y'all want to go to the Pantheon tonight?
We want to go to the Pantheon. Because, Paul want to come on, and Paul be celebrating 420 every day of the year. And then he don't want to come on if he can't celebrate, the holy day.
Okay, we can go on the Pantheon.
That's all I had wanted to know. I ain't even gonna bother you. I ain't even gonna hold you. By the end,
You
I'm gonna be
you ain't
straight.
gonna read the reunion. You ain't got no reunion reads.
Y'all, you want me to tell the truth?
Well, I mean, tell a lie. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so act like Kenya and Drew. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I think. Okay, now this is what I think. I think what you called about a month or so back was on point. Portia clearly won the reunion. She did.
Mm-hmm.
All the way around the board. She looked better than all them heifers. She talked better. She represented herself well. Portia has grown so much. I remember when Portia couldn't put together a coherent sentence that wasn't completely doggone embarrassing. So I'm real impressed with Portia. And that haircut was giving me everything. I swear to God, if I could lose 70 pounds, I'd cut my hair like that tomorrow. She looks so good. Maybe 80. Maybe 80.
You can have a chubby face and a short haircut, can't
you? I ain't gonna try it. But look at her. Don't she look good?
Yeah, she looks amazing.
That gal look good now. She look good. She killed them all. Kenya, y'all say what you want to say. She did apologize. But in true Kenya fashion, she couldn't apologize without trying to say, but look at so-and-so and look at this one and look at that one. She still couldn't just take her own accountability and take it on the chin. She had to try to bring somebody else into it about the Halloween costume that was on the Instagram that wasn't on the TV. Like, these people wasn't on TV. Sugar, you was on TV. Instead of trying to drag them into it to drag them down with her Cruella de Vil dress, what she should have did was drag Bravo, because Bravo played her.
Right.
They set her up and they played her. And instead of her silly behind dragging Bravo for setting her up and playing her like that, you up here trying to pull Portia in it for posting a picture of her sister, and then Drew for a Halloween costume that nobody didn't care nothing about, because up until she came on this show, I didn't know who the hell Drew Sidora was. Let's just be real. I ain't never heard of her, and she's another very unremarkable woman. I have nothing bad to say about her. I have nothing good to say about her. She's just there. Her and Cynthia could be first cousins. They just there.
Look, she was more active than Cynthia this season.
And get this, and with all that activity, she was still very forgettable.
Oh.
She did all that. That girl did everything but turn cartwheels and whistle Dixie while holding sparklers. And who the hell is Drew Sidora? Look at that. It's like a prom dress and a wedding dress and a homecoming dress and a quinceañera dress got together.
And a mini skirt all wrapped up in one.
All wrapped up in one. In the worst black faux silk I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That right there, that ain't silk. That's them twins, Polly and Esther. And it's all piled up on a baby. It's got a ruching. It's got a puff sleeve. It's got straps. It's got a tail. It's got a high hemline. I mean, it's got a sweetheart neckline. It's got everything. It's got everything. I think she hiding a piece of fruitcake in it somewhere. Everything's in that dress.
Not a piece of fruitcake. I can't take you.
Everything's in that dress. And then this whole thing with Drew, I get what you're saying about it. We don't supposed to mention the children. I don't believe in bothering people's kids, because you bother mine, I'm gonna act ugly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And true indeed, y'all know we said anything about Brooklyn. Anybody that said anything about Brooklyn, Kenya would die. She'd die and come back like Jesus did. She would. She was even mad at Nene for saying, "Oh, is she having a buffalo?" When she knew Nene wasn't talking about that baby. She was talking about your big tail.
Right.
She made that about her kid. And everybody wanted to say, "Oh, no, Nene was wrong. Nene was wrong. You don't mention it." It's like, come on now. Drew did the same thing she did. And turnabout is fair play. If you could sit there and act like a drag queen and pretend like you got a grudge against somebody for talking about you was big when you was pregnant, then this girl can drag it and have a whole dramatic fit talking about, "Oh, you talking about my child," when she really was talking about a cringy scene. Well, not really talking about it. She retweeted what somebody else said, which to me is the same thing as saying it. Now, the killer part is, it wasn't her place to say. She really could have said less, but when has Kenya ever done that? And everything about Kenya's storyline was cringeworthy. Everything about it. You got a man that ain't never there. You going through a divorce for a marriage that ain't never happened. You arguing with him talking about he blocked you when he blocked you months back. You pretending to going through divorce proceedings when you really arguing over trying to get this blur off this baby face. Mm-hmm. All that was cringe worthy. Why you harassing Portia because she out there protesting? And then had the
what did you do? Portia was right. What did you do?
What did you do?
Post a picture here and there.
Thank you, girl. Didn't the heifer say, "Don't question my activism"? Girl, what activism? What did she do?
Nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing.
But she said, "Don't question her activism." That part. That's just a mess. And then everybody want to talk about, oh, LaToya red, LaToya Toyota did what she always did. Some low class, loud mouth nonsense.
For $1,000, she acted a fool.
For $1,000 goddamn dollars. And then I don't know if it's true because I ain't seen it. I saw what the gossip blogs put out, and then I watched everybody's commentary on it because I want to know what happened without having to sit through it. I'm gonna be honest. I heard, don't know if it's true, that Andy had to tell her to chill out because this ain't that kind of show.
I heard that too.
I heard that you know, like she went straight bad girl school. Was it Candy?
I think it was Candy who said it, but I believe her, and you know, because Candy is advocating for LaToya to come on and everything. So I believe her, and I believe if that's true that Andy said that they don't want LaToya.
Yeah, but that's bad. That's bad. Like, you know what I mean? You come on there showing out so bad that this clip person basically just called you a hood rat to your face. And what can you say in your defense? And what's sad is she probably don't even realize he was calling her hood rat.
Ooh, see.
It's gonna take her the next week to figure it out unless she watching us tonight on the stream, and then it's probably like, oh dang, maybe Miss Nitra's right.
Yeah, it was Candy who said it, I guess.
I'm trying to tell you. So the whole thing was just a blithering mess. I'm still trying to figure out why they got 3 parts. I don't want to have to filter through all the gossip columns to see what happened for 3 different reunions. They could have did this in a half-hour special. There's nothing there.
Well, you know, when we read them ratings tomorrow, we'll see what happens. I wonder if it's gonna go up. If the reunion gonna be higher than the 1.4, which was the Bolo episode, which was the highest episode of the season. So
why I feel like it's gonna be another funeral. I'm about a chicken. You get the funeral sodas.
And then they're gonna say what? It's because the Oscars was on. It was because of this or because of that. They're gonna blame it on something. We'll see.
You know what, Michelle? Can I have your permission to address somebody in the chat real quick? You know,
sure,
you know I'm a lady. I'm gonna do it right.
All right, go ahead.
Kelly G, whoever in the name of God you may be, because you ain't never called in to show your face to talk to nobody about nothing. The next time before you decide to part your lips or lift your fingers to type my name, to talk about where I am and who I'm loyal to, remind yourself that you don't know me, sugar. Okay? You don't know me. Okay? I speak to who I want to when I want to. When you see me here on Michelle's channel, it's because I love Michelle. Michelle is good people. Michelle, real people. So if I decide to speak to somebody else, I'm going to do that. Okay? But understand that I kick it with the people that I think is real people. And if I think they full of crap, I don't kick it with them. Don't worry about where you see me and where you don't see me. Don't worry about that. What I want you to see is that you full of crap and we ain't never seen you. See that? But on that note, sis, if you go on over there to the Pantheon, you know we is coming, and we gonna be waiting on you. And I know we could count on Paul or whatever.
Okay, I'll be over there.
Since he's celebrating the holiday.
Let me unpin this link and take these last few calls.
All right, girl, we'll be over there. We coming.
All right, I appreciate you, Sneaky. All right, bye. Oh, I missed all of that, honey. I missed all of that. LRGA, hey. Hello.
My mic, check 1, my mic, check 2, check 1, check 2. I am fabulous. I love your shirt.
Thank you.
Is that available down below?
I actually bought it on Amazon.
Oh, so well, just put the in front of it.
I know, right? I need to make one and say the blogger. I'm gonna make one.
You should. That is hilarious. So that reunion, girl.
What did you think about it?
Okay. I'm just gonna get to so I had a couple points about, hey, Alaka. I just had a couple of points, mostly about the damage of the production of Black stereotropes. Here I go again. I know. Sometimes I go there, people. I'm all love and light. But when it comes to messing with my people, I just cannot. And the way they allowed and produced the ladies to pit each other over a Black Lives Matter movement that can benefit all of us, and have it reduced to these bickering ninnies on the freaking stage. I actually mean Ken as the bickering ninny, obviously. And have Portia, who is somewhat becoming a public figure to us, right? So she's like Portia Luther King at this point, right? And so think about it. They are kind of Fred Hamptoning her character at this point with this production by allowing her counterparts to attack and undermine her position en masse. So because Portia was acceptable, she was a palatable Black human to many white people. Mm-hmm. So for them to produce a narrative of infighting and that it's all for clout, that it couldn't possibly be real. Like a Black woman in 2020 would on purpose go to a jail cell the way people are out here.
Look, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm totally with you, but I kind of blame Portia for that too, because Portia know what she's dealing with.
Spoken up. She hasn't spoken up the way I feel she could have if she was really trying to use the platform for good. So on some level, she must be doing something behind the scenes in a clout chasing kind of vibe.
Yes, they gave her chat room to shut her up. Because just, when she went live and she told y'all how she wasn't happy about, Candy going over their head and blah, 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 blah. But my thing is, she went with her ask and she got what she wanted, just like Candy got what she wanted. And so at the end of the day, they didn't get what they needed as a group collectively, health insurance, any
all
of those
things Nene was trying to help organize them to get. That they didn't see fit for, but I bet they wish they had during the last Quarantina. I wonder how many kids are going to be named Quarantina, by the way. But the other thing is Andy is a Proud Boy all of a sudden, huh? How he was so proud of Portia. Oh, I'm so proud of you using your platform in this way, Portia. Kudos to you, Black woman, doing something for Black people. Oh, imagine that. Please, he needs to go over there. He's not a good person, I don't think. I don't think he's a very good person at this point. I'm starting to think he's not a good person. And then that Indian apology.
He tried to tell y'all.
I know you tried to tell me and I was kind of holding out, but now I'm really seeing this crystal clear. Like he has an agenda that he is working out with some other people that he is willing to love us in our face and shred our, I don't just want to say it's not just character that he's shredding. It's our image, it's like our reputation, our persona, because people in China see Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm just picking China for now. People in Russia see it. People who aren't usually exposed to Black American women see this show. And for it to go from like a show kind of about lifestyle and, sisterhood to love and hip hop does not do a service to these women or their character or what they have to offer. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and I don't appreciate Bravo apologizing on behalf of a Black woman whose part of it is her heritage, when I have yet to hear anything out of the Cohen's mouth about Luann de Lesseps blackface. I have not heard anything out of Andy Cohen's mouth, out of the numerous other offenses of other franchises that are non-melanated. So all these apologies he starts with, when he did it with the Potomac, we don't condone violence. And now he over here, we don't condone dressing up like your heritage. They always got something to say to the Black ladies. And I, as a Black woman, am rather tired of this rhetoric.
Look,
I'm sorry.
I've been trying to tell y'all. I'm over here blackity black. I'm trying to tell y'all. And it gets to be like, I'm sitting here like, I'm militant ATLien right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like we see all the nuances, all the things that they're doing now to undermine a lot of, the movement. Like I told y'all, that very first episode struck me some kind of way when they played that footage of George Floyd. Like, how was you playing that as entertainment?
Right. Yeah. That is, we are not here for your fucking entertainment, man. We are not here for your entertainment. Our tragedy, our despair, our fear, our suffering is not for your entertainment. We are not made for prime time like that.
Right.
All those ladies on that thing should have been offended. And I was actually one of the ones that was with you on that too. With the, I was mad at Portia. That Portia was like, would let them use her footage in that regard. I was very upset with Portia, but I was like, at least she's breathing, shining a light on the movement. Well, not if it's only to have infighting at the reunion.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? But you still haven't cleared the air about so many other things to make your reputation soluble again. Anyway, that was my rant. I'm sorry, Michelle, but I love your shirt.
No.
You're looking ever so.
I appreciate you. I really do. Are you over on the Pantheon, on the Patreon?
Oh, how do I, and the Patreon, how much is that? I became a member over here, and my unemployment extension is kind of
look. Look, I understand. If you are a tier 2 or tier 3 member, I will invite you over there. But I can't invite the low members over there. But I can invite the tier 2 and 3.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah, check the community tab.
I love Sinitra. She is so fabulous. You have the best people over here. You have good-hearted people in your stream, because I believe your energy just like leaks through the cyberspace to us, girl. And like attracts like. You know what I'm saying? And the people that are for you for a reason.
Right. I appreciate you. Everybody like, what time we going to the Pantheon? Here they go.
Okay. I'm out of here, y'all.
Even said it.
I'm out.
I appreciate it. Thank you, LRGA. I appreciate you.
No worries. Okay. Peace.
I know it's several of y'all still in the back. I know. And I see y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging on, but I got to go. Look, I came on a little too late because I came on a little later than I thought I would. I definitely am going to come back live tomorrow. So if you are not subscribed, subscribe now and click that notification bell. I wanted to give an update on Vanjie. I know a lot of people have been asking about Vanjie. I actually finally got a text from her, and she told me that she had been in the hospital. So y'all send prayers up to Vanjie. I still need to talk to her. I don't think I can talk to her yet, but y'all definitely send some prayers up to Vanjie. Now, I'm going over to Patreon probably within the next 30 minutes. I need to take me a little break real quick. Just a little break. And I wanted to thank some of the people who let me go ahead and thank some of y'all who gave to the stream. Actually, all of y'all. Y'all know how I do. I have to mention everybody because I know that you did not have to give to me. And like I tell y'all, it's not just about me. If you like any of the content creators here, I don't like a lot of them, but if you like them, go ahead and tip them a little something because it take a lot for us to sit here and talk to y'all. It take a lot for us to stream. This Wi-Fi ain't free. This green screen ain't free. This wig ain't free. So I definitely appreciate all of y'all who contribute to the stream. Anton Carroll, thank you so much. Said Toya said she had a UTI. She probably got it from her new boyfriend because word on the street is that he's messing with Jeffree Star. Okay, Anton, you better spill that tea. Kendra, thank you so much. Kendra said it's the reads for me. Stephanie for you said game over. The Empress Nas G, thank you so much. Stephanie, for you again. Stephanie, for you again. Thank you, Stephanie. You are such a blessing. I appreciate you. JB's Soulful Eats said, yes, sis, you better come through with a blueberry ombre bob. Okay, talk about Alaka. Shout out to Alaka for calling tonight. Spontaneous J, thank you for the super sticker. Hermias Chris said, Michelle, you have the patience of Job. I'll be trying. Brunetta Gaither, thank you for the super chat. JB Soulful Eats again, thank you. Stephanie, for you again, thank you. Rebecca Fisher said, hello, Michelle, best blogger. Candy and her voice can go. Hashtag boring. Okay. JB Soulful Eats again. Wait a minute. Said, does this caller know Cynthia? Y'all so funny. Coy Simmons, thank you. Candy just went live. Okay, so what? Claire Monet said, hey, Michelle, please put this on Dre's Pantheon. He gives me life. You want me to put $35 on Dre's Pantheon? Okay, but Dre be acting like he don't want to come over there because he's scared we going to out him or something. I don't know, Dre, if you out there listening, come over to the Pantheon, honey. We done got you paid up for like 7 or 8 months. We got a little $35. Come on, Dre. Scorpio Diva said, Cynthia brings Drew to the show, but doesn't even back her up. Okay. We wouldn't even know that Cynthia introduced Drew at this point, the way they're acting. Sam Smith, shout out to Sam, the resident Team Twirl member, besides Justin, said, y'all love Kenya, and that's all y'all talk about. We talk about Candy too, Sam. Miss Main Event, thank you for the super chat. Fire started 12,000. Thank you for the super chat. Tandra Heath, thank you. Claire Monet, thank you. Anita D, thank you. Claire Monet has said, hey, Michelle, keep them 100% honest. 100. No lies told tonight. Bonjour squad. Hope we see Big Head Dre. I don't know where he at. Deidre Payne, thank you. Said it's the clink for me. You know, I was liking them shady Instagram comments. Clink, clink. Sherry Shine, thank you. Connie Matthews, thank you. Vanilla Hurry, thank you. JJ, thank you. Coy Simmons, thank you. Oh, it was a whole bunch of y'all blessing me. I didn't even see all this. Adam Ornelas, thank you. Vanilla Hurry, thank you. Hernamius, thank you. Brandon Dixon. Brandon, look, Brandon, we got some child. Let me call Brandon up. Y'all know Brandon from Nene. This Brandon right here, Brandon. I should have played this when you had called in because this was me, Nene, and Brandon was hanging out that time. This it right here.
Is in, bitch. Shaggy is in. Shaggy. These people don't like Michelle, but that's my that's my
Fight them hoes. Ain't that right, Brandon?
Right. Get into it.
Fight them hoes, Brandon. Shaggy shirt gang. For them hoes, Brandon. You remember that, Brandon? For them hoes, Brandon. We had a good time that night. Minky Hayes, thank you for the super chat. Morgan Moronis, thank you. Said Queen Michelle is in the building. Bonita Howard, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I also got me some cash apps, y'all. Ooh, child, y'all be making the people mad. They be all sending nasty messages asking me why I be taking super chats because I can. Lucretia Dennis, thank you so much for the cash app. Ken said, keep spreading the love. Thank you, Ken. Celeste Mitchell, thank you. JB808, JB, where you been? Said, much love to the blog goddess. So I hope I mentioned everybody. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. We got a new member, Sierra Content. Okay. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So definitely, y'all send some love and light up for Vanjie. I hope she makes an appearance soon. I gotta, check on her and make sure she's okay. But please, 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 just send some positive energy out to our squad and anybody else in need of prayer. Y'all just send some positive energy their way. Now I'm headed over to the Patreon now. So the Patreon, Jazbell just put it in the stream, but it's also in the description box down below. And if you want to become a tier 2 member, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, become a tier 2 or tier 3 member, and I'll invite you over to the Patreon. You don't get all the invites now, but you get some of them. So come on over there. And that's also, the link is in the description box for those of you who, feel like, some people don't know how to navigate Patreon. They'd rather be a member because it's a little bit easier. So, you could do that. And I'll be over there in a good little Good little 30 minutes. A good little 30 minutes. Yes, y'all put them aliens in the chat as we scooch on over there. What else I had to say? Oh, condolences to Nene Leakes. I did, send my condolences to her personally. I also sent it over on the Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, it's instagram.com. iamATLien. iamATLien on Instagram. I always forget to tell y'all about my Instagram because I said I was going to start going live over there on the Instagrams. Thank you, Stephanie. You're so kind. So if you are an avid Instagrammer, we went live late last night, child. We went live late last night. I'm on Instagram. I am ATLien. Just be shooting shit. I'll be taking calls over there sometimes. But I sent condolences to Nene Leakes. She lost her aunt, the aunt that actually raised her. You may remember her from an episode back, the episode when Nene was going to find her dad. Hold on, I want to put this in here. Shout out to Chasing Nene. That's one of Nene's fan pages. They be on it, honey. Here it is. And Chasing Nene said this really was the queen right here. She raised a strong, successful, multi-talented Black woman and role model that we look up to today. I remember way back watching her on TV. She was such a sweetheart in the scene. We know where Nene got her attributes and hustle mindset from. R.I.P. Queen Nina. Sending warm, big hugs to you and Nene and your family. So she put the clips in here. Hold on, let me see if I can turn it on. Can y'all hear that? And this is Nene's statement. If you know me, then you know my aunt, aka mom, meant everything to me. She raised me from 3 years old and taught me the true definition of a strong Black woman. She taught me to love all people, no matter their ethnicity. She said it's important to work hard as hell, be ambitious, have confidence, be honest, stand strong in your beliefs, and give us something to be proud of. I get a lot of my humor from her. She is hilarious. We would laugh about everything. Wow, the memories. No matter what life throws my way, I will continue to stand as the strong, Black, powerful woman you always taught me to be. Rest peacefully until we meet again. We are going to celebrate you so big this week. Nina Thomas, 94 years old. Thank you all for your love. So this is the little clip.
All this land is my aunt's back here, and this is her house right here. This is her house right here. Okay, you guys, let's go meet my aunt. Well, Uncle Mel, you already know my aunt.
I already know Nell. I wonder if she's gonna remember me.
She looks good for her age.
Can't wait to meet her. We talk so much about her in the book.
My aunt helped raise me, not help raise me. Raised me. This is Big Mama house. I don't know which doorbell works because she got two. Ding dong.
I'm probably the top one.
Well, hello. Hi there. Nice.
So this is the clip. You can go see the whole thing over on Chasing Nene. I'm sure it's on like YouTube somewhere. But yeah, so condolences to the Leakes family on the loss of, her family. Now, I'm going to head over to Patreon, to the Pantheon, patreon.com. iamATLien. Shout out to my new member, Blue Devil Babe, and Black Women Divest also joined. Thank y'all. Yeah, I will see y'all over there in just a few minutes. Okay, let me put my my thingamajiggy up, honey. Let me put my thingamajiggy up. Bam, bam, bam. All right, you guys. Thank you for calling in tonight. Good night. Good night.